We are talking the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors for you folks today. In this video, that's what we're going to be getting into. Travis Kelce showing some love to Sam LaPorta. Detroit Lions, who could potentially make their first Pro Bowl this year. Pre-training camp, we're doing who makes the roster, 53-man roster. Go over that article. I haven't even seen it. I couldn't tell you who they have on the 53-man roster, so we're going to go over that, see if I agree or disagree. Day 3, Detroit Lions, who's going to blow up? I love the question from Bride of Detroit. And we're going to get into Mark Schlereth talking about our Detroit Lions. Let's go. If you're a fan of the Lions, then you're going to want to listen to 96.1 FM today from 4 to 6 p.m. ESPN Radio. I'm going to be on there talking Detroit Lions training camp, West Michigan, and 96.1 FM. If you can't get it, go in the Huge Show. Just search that. You'll find it on there from 4 to 6 today. Again, we're going to be doing more content creators on here. We actually have the meeting very shortly to get this situated. So if you're a fan of multiple content creators, not just myself or Herm, you're going to want to subscribe because Dose of Dion, everybody's going to be on here, make content very, very shortly. It's going to be a very aggressive YouTube channel with a lot of content coming your way. And so you're going to want to check that out. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be really, really good and epic for everybody. Let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's video. Travis Kelce showing some love to Mr. Sam LaPorta. He always does this when it comes to the young and tight ends. A lot of these tight ends do that. He says, LaPorta had an effing year, dude. Kelce told Bustin' with the Boys crew, LaPorta had a year last year. I'm pumped on seeing where he goes the second year because the first year he killed it. Look, I agree with him. And a lot of these guys, they come from the same school. I don't know what it is with Iowa and their tight ends, but there's a lot of good tight ends out there, and the tight ends will love to kind of cheer each other on even if they're not on the same team. It's a little group inside a group themselves. Of course, Travis Kelce is going to show some love. A lot of the tight ends do that, and I think it's cool. But yeah, Sam LaPorta, I think he's going to even have a better year this year. I don't think there's going to be any sort of sophomore slump. He's fast. He's good. Unless he's injured, that's the only thing that's going to stop Mr. Sam LaPorta. So in the comment section right now, show some love to Travis Kelce for him showing some love to our tight end. You know, we don't like Kelce because of the media, because him and his girlfriend, right? But from an NFL perspective, I got no respect for the guy. Appreciate him showing some love towards our tight end. 6 Detroit Lions who could easily be first-time Pro Bowlers. I have not went over the article. You're seeing this the same time that I am seeing this. So let's get this thing going here. The first guy is Terrion Arnold. Look, yeah, I think he could be potentially a Pro Bowler. I'm not going to say it's going to happen this year, though, just because there's a lot of good corners out there, and he is a rookie. So he very well could be. I'm not saying he can't, but the odds of that seems to be a little bit less likely, as we know. It's a hard position, but I think he'd be really good. I hope he makes the Pro Bowl. I just think he's going to have a name in himself. So we know it's a popularity contest, and he's a rookie. Taylor Decker, he should be at some point in the Pro Bowl. The guy's, I think, his 10th year. He's been really good, solid for the Detroit Lions throughout the years, and he very well could get a Pro Bowl. He's starting to get a name for himself a little bit for the higher-ups, you know, in the ESPNs and all that, especially when you're winning playoff games and you can kind of see who he is. So that will throw his name in the mix of understanding who he is. Again, it's a popularity contest, in my opinion. Brian Branch, yeah, he very well could be a Pro Bowler this year. He's already got name recognition, and he's really good. He's loved by all of the media. He's already a name at his rookie season, and thank you to this draft class for really blowing it up. But yeah, 110% I could see him being a Pro Bowler this year. Don't know what position could be, safety or corner. Carlton Davis, again, yes, I think he's going to have a really good year this year. I know a lot of people were not thrilled in the Lions trading for him, but I was. I think he's a really good cornerback. If he stays healthy, he can 110% be a Pro Bowler this year. He's already a veteran. He's already got a name for himself from being in Tampa. If he does again this year, he very well could be a Pro Bowler. He'll be well known by the media, and they'll vote on him to be a Pro Bowler. So I'd put yes on this mark. Alex Anzalone, he was 5th last year in voting. As much as I like him and I think he should be, I don't think he will be because he's not a big name as of yet. He's just not a name, and it's a name contest. I mean, he deserves 110% to be into the Pro Bowler. He does. I think he very well should be, at least an alternate. That's not going to happen, though, this year. Aleem McNeil, I think he will be a Pro Bowler this year. He's a name. He did 5 sacks last year. He's really good stopping the run. Now you got DJ Reader next to him. He's going to blow up even more. And he developed his name last year for the Detroit Lions. This seems to be the perfect year for Aleem McNeil to make the Pro Bowl and add to that list of players who are really good. And also it's a contract year. So he's going to put it up. For sure, he will be a Pro Bowler. Do you think that Aleem McNeil will be a Pro Bowler this year? Why for yes and for no? I say yes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next one here, again, is pre-training camp Lions roster prediction. I have not went over this. I'll give you my thoughts on it by Christian Boer. Let me go ahead and stop this from Mr. John Macaroon. Maybe it was not him. Just go ahead and remove that. Okay, so quarterbacks, he's got Jared Goff, Hendon Hooker. Yep, there is no issue there. I don't even have to read it. I think we all can understand this. We got David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Craig Reynolds, Sione Vaki, 100%. I think they make. All of them are the running backs. No argument. Wide receivers, St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Khalif Raymond, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Antoine Green. I disagree with this one. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's only 5. They only went 5 receivers. I think they go 6 here. So they could do Antoine Green, and I expect another individual to make this roster for the Lions. And it could be a name you don't really expect. We'll see. But I think there'll be 6. They got 5. Tight ends, Sam LaPorta, Brock Wright, Shane Zylstra. That's exactly what I have. I'm sorry. I was high on Mitchell, James Mitchell. He's slow. He hasn't developed. This is year 3. He doesn't make the roster. This is the way it is. Offensive line. Frank Ragnar, Graham Glasgow, Kevin Zeitler, Taylor Decker, Penei Sewell, Christian Mahogany, yes. Manu, yes. Colby Sorsdale, yes. Dan Skipper, yes. The reason I say Colby Sorsdale, yes, now is because he's actually being transitioned to a tackle. So now it's going to make him make the roster. I thought he'd be a little bit more difficult as a guard, as he now is a tackle. He does make the roster. That's a really solid offensive line group. I have no argument right there. Really, really solid. Aleem McNeil, DJ Reader, Makai Wingo, Broderick Martin, and Levi Onwuzurike. And yeah, for sure. Yeah. And Levi Onwuzurike has done much better as of late. He's had a really pretty good offseason. Broderick Martin has a really good offseason. Makai Wingo is our young rook. No arguments. Edge, Aiden Hutchinson, Marcus Davenport, Joshua Pascal, James Houston, John Kaminsky, Matthew Betts making the roster. So he's got Matthew Betts making the roster. This could be interesting because could it be Matthew Betts? I think this is a coin flip right here with the rest of the Lions defensive line. It's gonna be quite interesting. That we'll see if that one is there. That'll be maybe the only one. We'll see. Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, Malcolm Rodriguez, Jalen Reeves-Maybin, and Ben Niemann. No argument there. They decided to go 6 LBs. That's what we had last year. That's fine with it. Cornerback, Carlton Davis, Terrion Arnold, Amik Robertson, Ennis Rakestraw, Emmanuel Mosley, and Khalil Dorsey. What a much upgraded secondary. My God, that's looking pretty yummy right there. Such an upgrade over last year. Yeah, I agree. These are all great. Khalil Dorsey can do special teams. Emmanuel Mosley is the wild card. If he's healthy, he can really be a good player for the Lions. Safety, Kirby Joseph, Ifutu, Melifonwu, Brian Branch, and C.J. Moore. 110% agree right there. Special teams, they got Jake Bates winning it. Jack Fox, Scott Daly. That's going to be fun. Michael Badgley or Jake Bates. I'm 50-50 on it right here. I'll say yes to this, but it's 50-50. Question here, which day 3 prospect are you thinking, are you more excited about or breakout? They're all different from each one. I'm excited for each one. Well, 3 of them the most. Christian Mahogany, I think he's a long-term selection at guard. He eventually could be maybe a starter this year or next year. I like the long T. He's a Jonah Jackson to me. He's going to be a long-term solution. I'm excited from the guard. Really excited. Sione Vaki, I think he could be a theoretic this year. I'm excited for this year with him. He's going to play this year and make moves. Giovanni Manu, I'm excited for 3 years down the road. I don't think he's going to be playing this year at all. He's raw, but he is physically gifted. Makai Wingo, I don't really have a whole lot of expectations there. Just more of a guy to develop. So they're all kind of a little different for their own reasons of why I'm excited. So it's not just excited for one. They all have different. Mark Schlereth is showing some love to Dan Campbell about the 4th downs. This is my guys knowing the odds that we're going for it on 4th down. It takes pressure off 3rd downs. They are more duality at 3rd down in any team in the NFL. Yeah, look, I know a lot of people get upset with the 4th downs. I'm cool with being aggressive it's all game dependent. And what do I mean by that? Some games we're running 3-4 yards every carry, right? It's really easy, and defensive lines are sucking, right? So if it's a 4th and 1 there, and you have been doing it all game long where you're running 3-4 yards, I have no problem running it for the 1st down, especially if it's on their side. I have no problem with that because throughout the game you've been doing it, their defensive line sucks. Then you'll be in games where we're not getting a yard. We're having a hard time running. It's 4th and 1, and it's been rough. I would consider then kicking it there. It's all game dependent, all of that. So I'm always up for the 4th down, just depending on when it is. It's all game dependent and team dependent and all that. If you went for it on 4th down 5 times and failed 5 times, maybe you shouldn't do it like anymore, right? So there's something like that. In the comment section, though, let us know your thoughts on all of this. Do you like the 4th downs? With that said, folks, adios.